Are you doing these things and sabotaging your weight loss while on a GLP-1? You may not even know it, but don't worry because we're going to talk about them. If you're new here, hey, my name's Allie. I've lost over 130 pounds with the help of a GLP-1. And if you're new to these kind of videos that I do, I am going to rapid fire go through the 6 hidden habits that you may be doing that are sabotaging your weight loss on a GLP-1. Let's jump right into it. Right. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Wherever it is, go find it. Okay. First things first, and if you wonder why I'm looking down, I'm just looking at my list here. So first things first is the one thing that probably almost everyone is doing, staying in a calorie deficit for too long. Now, I know the whole point of being on a GLP-1 is to help you lose weight, and laws of thermodynamics don't change just because you're taking a GLP-1, right? You have to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. But where people are going wrong, and I am personally somebody who has experience with this, is staying in a calorie deficit for too long can cause you to stall out. It can cause you to lose hair. It can cause your nails to become brittle. It can also cause you to up your dose and then not see any results. So, what do you do if you've been in a calorie deficit for many, many months and you hit a stall? Well, first things first, your body has adapted. So what you need to do is you need to switch it up, which means it's time to up those calories. Now, I know that that sounds scary, especially if you're just a few months into your journey and you're stalling out. But it's important to remember that our bodies were not meant to be in a caloric deficit and losing weight actively for a long period of time. That's one of the reasons why it's so hard to lose weight, even for people who don't need a GLP-1. So our body has adapted. We need to up our calories. So you're going to need to get on a tdeecalculator.net and figure out what your maintenance level calories are. This is going to help you determine how many calories you can consume without gaining weight, right? We don't want to lose the progress that we've made. We just want to stabilize. One thing that can be really challenging is to find somebody to tell you how often should you be cycling your calories. Cycling calories where you go from a deficit to maintenance and then back to a deficit. So I spoke with my dietitian and here is what she recommended. She said that after a few months, a few meaning anywhere from 3 to 5 months, you may want to consider cycling your calories, and you want to do that and be at maintenance level calories for at least 2 weeks, but ideally at least 3 weeks. So this gives your body kind of a break. And during that time, you really want to focus on eating nutritious whole foods. Make sure you're getting those vitamins in. And you want to think about this as a reset time to give your body the energy that it needs so that you can start losing weight again. I've done this multiple times on my weight loss journey. I have multiple videos about it if you'd like to go see those. Essentially, at one point, I was losing hair, and this is exactly how I cured my hair loss. So eating at maintenance level calories, while it doesn't sound fun if we're trying to lose weight, is a critical point to keep you on track for long-term success. And don't forget, we are in this for the long game. We're recording. Hydration. This is a big one. And this is one that I struggle with. It is so important because of how we release the fat in our bodies. Release the fat! It's like, release the Kraken. Because of how we release fat in our bodies, right? Essentially, our fat cells, they fill up with water, right? Hydration. And then you get kind of this whoosh effect, right? And we lose the weight. Now, there are multiple different avenues that your body will take to get rid of that fat. One of which is very interesting, is that you exhale a lot of it. Wild, huh? So hydration is key. Now, do you need to have some kind of insane water goal for the day? No, you don't. If you're following some gym bro that's like, you need 400 ounces of water a day, you better be getting 20, you just need to carry around a giant gallon jug and just drink it 5 times a day. You don't have to do that. Okay? That's extreme. That's overkill. That's making your kidneys work really, really hard for no reason. Not to mention, you're going to be living half your life in the bathroom. You don't have to do that. You can stay hydrated without getting crazy. The other thing that you want to keep in mind when it comes to hydration, and this is one that always shocks people, coffee is water. Tea is water. Your zero sugar, I'm doing right now, I've got the zero sugar lemonade. What are those? It's like the Crystal Light or whatever. Also counts as water. Okay? If you're doing a diet Dr. Pepper, guess what? That counts towards water. There's no rule and there's no reason to box yourself in and be miserable if you are someone like myself who is completely unable to drink just plain water. That's okay. Get you that water flavor packet. Get in that, caffeinated beverage. Whatever you need to make you happy, just make smart choices. Do you want to just have soda all day long? No, of course not. I think we can all agree on that. But at the same time, there's no reason why it wouldn't count towards your water goal for the day. Protein, protein, protein. You knew I was going to say it. You knew it. You knew it was coming. You were like, you just wait. She's going to say something about protein. Yes, you need protein for multiple reasons. It's going to help you maintain your muscle mass. It's going to help, which is going to help you to lose weight, right? We don't want our metabolism to be tanking out. It's going to help you to stay fuller longer. And it's also going to help you if you're trying to build muscle, which I highly recommend. So you're looking for 1 gram of protein per pound of your ideal body weight. Okay? So if your ideal body weight is 144 pounds, then you're going to be shooting for 144 grams of protein. Now, are you going to get that every day? Probably not. But if you make it a goal and you try really hard, you're probably going to get close, and your body and the scale will thank you. The next thing that is absolutely killing your weight loss on a GLP-1 journey is thinking the med is going to do everything for you. Now, I know that this can be very confusing for many of the newbies who are just coming onto a GLP-1, because you see so many posts in support groups where people are like, I never tracked everything, I never worked out, I never did this, I never did that, and I lost a gajillion pounds. Yes, but you also don't know how their muscle tone is, you don't know what they look like, you don't know their quality of life, and you also don't know, are they struggling with energy? Are they struggling with other health conditions now because of this? It's really important that we stay focused on our health journey and not compare ourselves to other people. I know it's very easy to do, right? You look at other people, especially posting in support groups, and they're, it seems like they're dropping these big numbers, but there's a reason for that. And it's important to remember that we are in this for the long term. Long-term health is what we're going for. That's the goal. Not to get there quick, not a quick fix. This is not 90s diet culture, lose 50 pounds in 5 minutes. Okay, we're not doing that anymore. We're not. We know that it's unhealthy, and we're going to do it right this time. So if the med's not doing it all for you, what are you doing? Prioritizing protein, getting in movement, resistance training, staying hydrated, making sure you're getting good sleep. All of these things are key components to ensure that your journey to lose weight is a smooth one. Being in a calorie deficit, however that works best for you, if that means you're tracking or you're not, if you want to meet with a dietitian and have them create a meal plan for you so that you don't have to track, if you want to do a meal service, right, and have things delivered, whatever works best for you, make sure that you're staying on top of everything. We're already to number 5. Number 5 is obsessing over the scale. This is something that is so easy to do when you are first starting out on a GLP-1. And I feel like there's kind of this uptick in being obsessed with the scale every time there's a big milestone. For example, I know that for me, it became a big obsession when I was getting close to hitting that 199-pound mark, right, in Wonderland. I wanted to get there so bad. And my body was like, hey, we're going to take our sweet time. We're going to do it, 4 ounces at a time until we get there. It's important to remember that obsessing over the scale is going to get you that much closer to burning out mentally. And your mind has to be in this for the long term. You are changing your life and your lifestyle with the help of a GLP-1. Remember, it's not doing all the work for you. So what are some other things that you can look at? You could do measurements, you can take pictures. I did a ton of pictures all along my journey, and that ended up really helping me because I was struggling with body dysmorphia. You can, use these, 3Shape apps and things like that can show you or give you a visual image or picture of your weight loss over time. And that can be really helpful if you're having trouble conceptualizing it, or like I said, like I did with the body dysmorphia, you're just not seeing it in the mirror. Sometimes when you see a 3D image, it can be helpful. Number 6, obsessing over cardio versus weightlifting. There are so many people that I have seen that are hitting the cardio so hard. They went from being couch potatoes to running triathlons. And while there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, it's important to remember that is cardio going to burn calories? Yes. But one of the things that we need to focus on when it comes to a GLP-1 health journey is we need to make sure that we are maintaining our muscle mass. And one of the best ways to do that is with resistance or weightlifting. So it's important to remember that while walking and swimming and, getting on the treadmill, all of these things are fantastic for your health. You also want to balance them out with resistance training or weightlifting for whatever is appropriate for your level of expertise. You don't have to hit it hard and get crazy, but you do want to make sure that you're prioritizing both. That was number 6, but now we've got 2 more. Are you ready? So for number 7, freebie extra that I'm throwing in here, sleep. You've got to get some sleep. I know we've got a lot going on. We've got kids, we've got jobs, we've got that, like this and that and all the things. Trust me, I get it. But sleep is important and you need to prioritize it, especially if you are just starting out on a GLP-1 journey and you're having a little bit of like the insomnia that can come in with a GLP-1, right? If that's the case, you want to address it. Make sure that you have a sleep routine and that you stick with it. Make sure that you're cutting off that screen time once it starts to get close to bedtime. Make sure that you are comfortable. Whatever temperature you like to sleep at, whether it's warm and toasty or freezing, 20 billion degrees below freezing, whatever makes you happy, make sure that you're doing that and make sure that you're giving your body enough time to fall asleep. I think far too often people just hop in the bed, they're watching TV, they're catching up on their shows, and then they're like, okay, lights out, and they're going to bed. But their brain is still running from what's happening during the day. Take some time out to relax, whatever that looks like for you, right before bedtime. Last but not least is the dreaded cortisol. Yeah, the stress thing, right? You hear everybody amping it up like, oh, stress is the worst thing ever. Well, we're not walking around wanting to be stressed, right? But life happens. So any chance that you get to get outside and get some fresh air, take your dog for a walk, go run and throw the frisbee, right? Go visit a friend or a family member that you haven't seen in a while. And, do something, read that new book that you've been putting off that's, on your TBR list. Yeah, this is my TBR list. Whatever it is that you like to do to relax, make sure that you make it a priority. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know down in the below. Where are we going down below? Let me know down in the below. I'm not taking that out. Let me know down below in the comments section, which of these could you work on? What do you need to focus on to help you on your GLP-1 health journey? And if you have tips and tricks, make sure you drop them down in the comments, because I want my comment section to be a community place where people can come together and help each other. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? You're crazy. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell, because I go live every week and you could join us and join the shenanery. And as always, be kind, rewind.